Welcome back, friends, for a cleaning video. I hope that this video gives you some motivation as you watch me do some speed cleaning. And before too long, you'll be ready to tackle your own house. Before I was able to start cleaning, first I needed to get my little girl up from her nap. She was awake and very much ready to be fed. So I was able to nurse her well. I talked to my husband and worked on some of my Spanish. And then, once that was done, then I set her on the couch so she was all comfy and entertained. And I started on the laundry. Laundry may not seem like that big of a deal, but you guys know what it's like when laundry piles up. It can be quite the burden. It's like one of those things that's little by little, inch by inch. That's where you see progress made. It's by doing those regular things and getting them knocked out. Then I just went around the house and did a general tidy up of the living room, putting things away, and just trying to get things back in their place. If anyone has any suggestions for cord organizers, do let me know. You could share them in the comments or something. We need to figure something out for this little area. It can get pretty messy. It is definitely a blessing to have big countertops, but it also can be a curse. Just like with everything, right? There are blessings and curses to everything. It's great to have all this space, but it also is great for putting things on and setting things up. We need to figure out a new desk area. My husband's been using this second screen with his computer for some work, and hopefully one of these days he's going to get the computers moved out to an office area, but for now it's pure on the counter. So I was just trying to clear things up because everything had been sitting there for, let's just say, way too long. Is anybody else enjoying the longer days that we're starting to have? This was about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and usually by this time there's not a lot I can do around the house because both the little ones are up, and sometimes my oldest can get kind of needy around this time, but on this particular day he was doing great. He was helping me, he was sticking cards in my pocket, he was he was having a hoot. So I was able to get stuff done, which was really nice. Sometimes I would do it with him, get him helping me. But for the most part, he was just happy to play with his toys and kind of circle around and keep an eye on what I was doing. But it made it a little bit easier to get some cleaning done. These days, my goal isn't so much as to have a clean house as it is to stay on top of things, to be ready for what's coming next. It's very, very overwhelming for me to know things are coming and to not be ready, to not have the house in order, to not have food prepped, things like that. And so I know that things are going to go a whole lot smoother if I take the time, even when I don't feel like it, to get things back into shape. I never regret getting the house in order. It's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, I wished I hadn't spent the time on that. No, I always am glad that I did. after getting the kitchen all cleaned up, dishes put away, first the dishwasher emptied, whatever, after I got everything all taken care of, then I started working on the floor, sweeping. Since we have been teaching our little 6-month-old to eat food, eat solids, there's been a lot more food on the floor on a regular basis. Almost every day I'm sweeping, which isn't bad. It isn't bad, but it's not typical for me to sweep every single day. But I'm sure as the kids get older, it's going to be become much more of a thing. Anyways, then it was on to vacuuming the rug. While I had the vacuum out, I thought I might as well go ahead and vacuum the back entryway. Go ahead and just vacuum up things that had collected from coming inside and out of the house. And then, time to work on the bedroom. What you don't see is me constantly stopping to give our little darling a toy or to work with the kids, give them something new to play with. But it's always nice when I can get them settled and they're happily playing with stuff, and then I can get on to taking care of some tasks. Sometimes, though, you just have to know when to stop if it's not working. There are times where I've realized I just cannot do a specific thing when they're up, and there's no reason to get upset about it, no reason to get frustrated, because I just gotta know, hey, depending on the day or how the kids are feeling, how I'm feeling, just there's no point in pushing things if it's not working. My little boy has been waking up in the middle of the night, and I'm pretty sure it's because he's cold. He sleeps under, he's got some his favorite blankets, but they would come off of him, and so I've started tucking in the blankets, and he really likes it when you put him to bed and tuck him in. It's the cutest thing. I'm hoping this will really help when it's time to transition him to a bigger bed. For now, we obviously don't have space for a bigger bed, for like a toddler bed, but I figure, hey, this will make it just a little bit easier. He'll be used to getting tucked in. Last of all, I went and worked on the bathroom, just putting away things that have been sitting out for just way too long. and I just wiped down the toilet with the baby wipes, gave it a good scrub. My little guy likes to help with the toilet bowl brush, so I had to do this really quick so he wouldn't see it, which he did see it, but then I made sure he knew we were going to put the brush back and then close the lid, and that was it. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope this video gave you some motivation and made you kind of excited to get back to your own house. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you had a great day.